the things that has happened. I mean, the good things, you know, the technology and everything we can use for good things. But the problem is we allow that to take the place of God from us. Amen. Amen. I know the young ones ain't going to amen that too much. Amen. Praise the Lord. I found out I have a lot more free time when I lay down Facebook this week.
Yep. Amen.
Amen. I could probably lay down a lot more things. Amen. I could probably do a whole lot more. Praise the Lord. But listen. They got to the point, the Lord said, listen, watch what I will do. Church, if you trust in the Lord, watch what He'll do for you.
That's right.
If you honor the Lord, look what He'll do for the ones that dishonor you.
That's right.
Amen. Come on now.
Yep.
Amen. He'll make a way. Praise the Lord. He's a bridge builder. Amen. No turning back. And it comes to the point. He said, I will take what I was leading you with, and I will separate you from the enemy.
Amen.
What was your direction will now be your enemy's hindrance. Huh? He took that cloud and put it between the camp of Israel and the ensuing army of Egypt. Amen. And it was like the sky had turned black. Amen. It said a darkness come upon them. They could not pursue any farther. Amen. But what did it say that it did for the children of Israel? It was light for them. Amen. Come on, church. Now, come on.
That's right.
Your light. What is light to you? You want to know why the devil fights you so hard? Because what is light to you is darkness to him. Amen. And he don't like that. Now, he don't like you shining the light. Amen. He don't like you emitting life when all he wants is death. Amen. Listen, the enemy could not pursue the children of Israel as far as they could go right now on their own. Amen. But and Pharaoh and his army probably could have come upon them pretty quick. Amen. But separation, amen, between good and evil, between darkness and light. Amen. Listen, there's always been a battle between light and darkness. Amen. Good and evil. Huh? As soon as that sun starts to come over the eastern sky, guess what? This darkness has to go. And as soon as it starts to peak, it may be dim over here, but as soon as that sun comes up, amen, it shines the light. Light, listen, darkness cannot stand the light. Amen.
That's
You know, the only thing that blocks that can shine darkness in the light is a shadow. Something blocking the sun. Amen. But it's only temporary. Amen. And it's only a small portion. Amen. If you step out of the shadow, amen. A lot of people stand. Then on a hot day, what do? Amen. We hope for a breeze and we look for the shadow. Amen. But listen, if you always stay in the shadow, amen. Listen, you'll never get the farmer's hand. Come on. You'll never get the work done. Come on, church. If we don't get out of the darkness and get into the light, amen. When the Lord separates us, amen, from the enemy to give us strength, amen, and guess what? To get His honor. So that we can see His glory in working in us. Amen. That's when we start to grow and get strengthened in the Lord. Amen. We find out that we read that they looked upon that sea of burden, didn't see no way out. God told Moses, He said, take that staff, a piece of wood, amen, and you just lay it on that water. Amen. It just spread apart. Amen. They said the east wind came and dried it. They didn't want muddy feet. They said God didn't want His children walking in the mud. Boy, God don't want you walking through the mud. I mean, He don't want you walking through the mire. But you know, when we do that is usually when we're not following Him. We're on our own. Amen. He said, I'm going to make those shoes you got on the last 40 years. I don't want them to get them all scuffed up and muddy right now. Come on, church. Amen. Huh? They walked across on dry land.
Amen.
Amen. Then the cloud lifted and the army, the enemy, saw where they was and how they escaped. Amen. And they went to pursue after them. Amen. But listen, the Lord just spoke this to me. He said, what was your sea of burden? When I bring you through, it'll be your enemy's sea of burden. When I'll make a way, amen, your enemy will see my glory. Amen. When I make a way, what happened? Lord got His honor. God got His honor, didn't He? Amen. He took the wheels off of those chariots. They just fell right off. Probably the finest made chariots that you could get. Probably had Emerson bearings. Come on. Oh, they're so good. Probably had the best that they could buy. Amen. And every one of them fell off when they were crossing that sea of burden. And then the waters came back across. Amen. The enemy was no longer. The enemy was no longer. And victory was theirs. Amen. Something's trying to get this book today. But victory was theirs. Excuse me. In verse 29 and 30, it says, but the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea. And the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on their left. When they walked out of the burden. Huh? I got to stop there. They walked out of the burden, but before they could do that, amen, God had to separate them from their enemy so that they could be strengthened. I mean, they were weary from the journey, for one thing. Amen. But they didn't see. But when the Lord made them a way out, they walked right on out of the burden. Amen. Listen, today, whatever you do, don't look back, don't turn back, just keep walking. Amen. Come on, the Lord will make a way so you can come out of your burden today. Amen. It says, thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the shore. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and His servant Moses. Amen. Aren't you glad when you see the results of your victory? Amen. Aren't you glad that you see the results of all your fight? Amen. Aren't you glad you see when the Lord finally says, amen, you finally call out to the Lord and He says, I'll help you. Amen. I'll bring you out of your burden. Amen. I'll bring you. I'll take care of the enemy for you. I'll fight for you. Amen. That's what He told me. He said, today I'll fight for you. Amen. You fought long and hard. Amen. You can't do it no more. Just wait and I'll take care of it. Amen. And then you see the true victory today. Amen. You know what? The children of Israel would have looked back and all they saw was what they had come out of is one thing. But they looked back and they saw all those chariots floating upon the water. They saw all the dead enemy floating upon the water. They saw the results of God's victory, God's hand. Amen. That was for them. Praise the Lord. When you see the results of God's hand upon your enemy, that gives you understanding of God's power and strength. Amen. And you say, I don't want to be His enemy. That's right. Amen. When you're on top, there's always somebody trying to knock you down. Amen. I always put in an analogy of boxing. One of the hardest hitting boxers that I remember in my time was Mike Tyson. They build these big, matches with Mike